Thank you very much. Sound check. Okay, I think we have some good sound. Perfect. So you see two twin statues here. One in the real world, made by the world, and the second one is a digital copy of it. Something what we call a digital twin. And that is the anticipation of artificial intelligence of the future. We are merging the cyberspace, the virtual world, and the real world into one. And in the end, Now, we should take it this one. What is better? You tell me. You have the sound control. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's also part. These mics are cyberspace. Huh? This is electronics. They're recording it, and we transform it here. So we are going to merge everything together. So, and you cannot tell now, is this the real statue, or is it a digital twin that I'm showing you? This, by the way, is a digital twin. It is a manipulated computer animation by the Museum of Rodin in France, in Paris. They have made it, but you cannot tell now from the picture here whether this is true, alive, or something else. Digital, I have the honor here, actually, I talk about digital twins, but actually I'm the last speaker here, and the idea of coming here is to give you an idea of what could be a trend for the future. So digital twins, that is what I say, that will be the next trend that is coming. We are going to put a visual interface to something what you have known for the last 10 years, to what we call Industries 4.0. Those who remember, Industries 4.0 had been a good trend. What is Industries 4.0? Industries 4.0 is we make sense, or we control the use of artificial intelligence to evaluate the data in the big data lakes that have been collected by the Internet of Things. Turn it the other way around. Every day, currently, we have an exponential growth of data because even more devices, small devices, big devices, they are collecting data, they are sending data to the internet, and this data is then collected in what we call data lakes or data oceans, because the lake is already too small for them, and then we use artificial intelligence to make sense out of this. The problem with the Industries 4.0 currently is we put it into a computer and we look at the result. We have no visual aspect. But if I simulate something in a digital twin, I do not even have the data. It shows me what the outcome is, and then I can get my brain to see and give an input and understand. So the computer tells me there's something wrong, or the computer tells me everything is fine, but I can see, no, with this manipulation, something could be wrong. So we put a visual interface to the analytics done by the Industries 4.0, done by the machine learning algorithms that we use in artificial intelligence. So digital twins, that is Industries 4.0, with a visual interface, or Visual Industries 4.0. So this, I skipped this one. That was for a bigger presentation, actually. So what are benefits of a digital twin? Well, we have an electronic eye. The computer can see, it visualizes, but also it can point out something. A digital twin, imagine, digital twins we know for many, many, many years. Everybody knows a flight simulator. A pilot who learns flying. You don't put them in a jumbo jet today first. No, you put them in a flight simulator. And it simulates there also very critical situations. It learns it there first. And then the pilot goes into the real aircraft to do this one. So we had digital twins for long. A sort of a digital twins came also when Google started street maps, Street View. But you know what the problem with a Street View is? A Street View is an image of the real world. But if you look there and then you see sometimes, oh, this is my car, but I sold it 2 years ago. So you know the data is not accurate. So a digital twin is more than just scanning everything here. All critical elements should have sensors that raise events and update it in real time. So that if you watch an escalator and the escalator stops, then the digital twin should know that the escalator stopped now, and not only 3 days later. So we have visual design for research and development. And what we can do with a digital twin, we can do some non-destructive experiments. Think again on the flight simulator. We can simulate a crash. We simulate what data is collected when the aircraft all of a sudden goes down very steeply. We can get data. You don't want to do this in real life, otherwise you may risk some life, and the aircraft also is quite expensive, even if it's unmanned. So you use this visual experience to get more data. Virtual twins are even more powerful. If I have two twins, they can communicate with each other. And by communicating, they can simulate things that didn't happen in real life. Think of a weather forecast. You say, okay, one is producing a storm, and the other one is a digital twin of a building. And the digital twin who generates a storm randomly, and the building gets data from the storm, and we experiment how this building will survive in a storm or in an earthquake. So we can have communicating twins, and we generate data also only in a virtual world, which is similar to the real world. So simulation, data generation, but digital twins are I skip here. I wanted to skip this one also, but this is too impressive. Actually,
and pretty interesting representation of the interior. You can measure your way into
there's a sound in there. Can I stop the sound from here? There's a voiceover in this one. No, I just wanted to show this different example. Actually, digital twins exist. That was an example of Notre Dame. You know, the church in Paris that burned down? And now for reconstruction, we had the good luck that 2 years before, some professor made a digital twin out of it. Now they can use this digital twin to reconstruct the original state of the church. So flight simulator, I mentioned already. And I wanted to say that a digital twin is not only simulation. A digital twin is more. As I said, they can communicate, they can generate data. A simulator only simulates what is already in there. But a digital twin can get a own way of generating own data. So there is enough potential in this digital twin that is not possible today. So we can generate data with the digital twins. And we can use this in engineering, architecture. I showed you the Notre Dame. We can use it in sports. You improve the way how you're running or how you play cricket or what you do just by experimenting with the digital twin. In the cricket, actually, you have a new racket, and you experiment it in the twin before you even give it for playing. So you can see what happens in this one. In virtual tourism, I love the virtual tourism thing for digital twins. There are some experiments now, or even live solutions now already. You go in the jungle, and you see how the jungle is now. And then, with a virtual impression, it shows you how the jungle looked 10 years before, 20 years before. Or just do here in Dubai. Dubai is wonderful. You see all the skyline of Dubai with here now the Jumeirah Emirates Towers and the World Trade Centers. Well, 20 years ago, there was no Emirates Towers. 30 years ago, there was no World Trade Center. It was a small village, the whole Dubai. So you put on the glasses and you can see how it looked 10 years before, 20 years before, 30 years before. The same thing is actually, you go in the jungle and you can see animals, you get information about the animals. So there is a lot of ideas there, or you do a preparation for your journey. First you see what you do, and then you decide, okay, I will go there, I want to go there. Here's the Museum of the Future. They have some ideas about this as well. And I liked simply to have them a digital twin first so that I could see what I can see inside before I go into the big queue there and wait for 2 hours to go inside, and then I say, okay, this is not something I'm interested in. So I might want to see it before, and then I go into there. We can use it to preserve heritage. That's what I said, looking into Dubai 30 years ago. Going in agriculture, agriculture is a big usage of the digital twins. We can train the farmers. We can simulate experiments, how pesticides, how fertilizers could work, how combinations of fruits could work. So there is a lot of potential, and agriculture 4.0 will anyway be the topic of the next 30 years for a simple reason. We need feeding the people. Think of Africa. Africa has now 1.5 billion people. That's exactly the same number that India has, and exactly the same number that China has. But China and India are stagnating, but Africa will double the population by 2040. This means that nowadays 50% of the population in Africa is not even out of school. They want to be. They want to eat, they want to learn. So agriculture 4.0 is a topic, and in this we will use digital twins very much, and we use it in combination with the education and a digital twin in music. Think a little bit outside the technology. Virtual music, there are now computers who compose music. They compose real good music. And they are good training companions, the digital twins, of course. That is where you use it in education, like the flight simulator we do. And agriculture, I mentioned everything. So we have here the whole ecosystem, agriculture. You can really see how it happens. We have the IoT devices on every tractor, on the field robots. We send it to the internet. The internet puts it in the data lakes. Then the data lakes takes then the artificial intelligence to make sense out of this one. Artificial intelligence in agriculture is a very good example how it really works. And you can multiply by 10 the yield, the fruits that you take out from the same patch of land as you do today. Something connected wearables is also something. May somebody of you imagine the last Kingsman movie? The Kingsmen, they are sitting in the conference room. They are in the real hybrid conference room. Half of them are sitting physically. The others are mirrored like a hologram in there because everybody is wearing glasses. And in a connected wearable also, I wear the glasses, and you take glasses, and you see what I see. That is what we can use also with the digital twins when we take the data through this one. Or we can use it in design just to see, will it please us if we're greening our buildings? Could it be a green building? Do we like it? Do we don't like it? Will it be good for the climate or not? That's all we can do. Smart cities will be full of digital twins. We have a new topic here from the Trescon side, cognitive cities. Take away the word smart, because now the cities with the digital twins, they will be cognitive, they will understand, they will communicate with each other. They will not only be smart, they will be talking with each other, all the elements there. Cognitive cities. Planning event in Saudi in end of this year. So that's digital twins there. So Business value, we can talk for a long, long time, but I only have 8 seconds, so I can't explain you the business value now, so we have to postpone it for the next minute. Thank you very much for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed, and we will have the award ceremony. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.